Probably. Here we go.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
This is Rebecca Bernstein of Zoom Shakespeare Productions, and
I'm Valerie Cornelia. I'm the artistic director for Chaos Theater Collective.
And this is our epic collaboration. We decided to bring these two incredible companies together and do something together. And y'all do, public domain and non-public domain. And what's more Shakespearean than
Shakespeare in Love? Question mark. Sure.
Yeah, I could say so.
No, I mean, listen, I have the utmost respect for ZSP.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the group is incredible. We are very fortunate enough to have a fantastic group of actors for you tonight reading this great script. And working with Rebecca has been lovely. We've been talking about doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad that it went so great.
I know, it's been smooth.
It really has been, because it's been, like we said, it's been a lot of conversation, and it's been a lot of like doing what works well. And actually Shakespeare in Love was actually Rebecca's idea. I wasn't too familiar with it, and I'm so glad we're doing it though.
It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. Rebecca, do you have anything coming up for ZSP yet, or no?
I'll probably just say keep an eye on the official Facebook page. We might have some things coming up. Nothing in solid, but y'all have another amazing script next week.
Yeah, we're doing Young Frankenstein, which was voted on by the group for our Mel Brooks read. And then we have readings scheduled up till June 9th. We'll be doing some stuff we'll be doing some stuff by Shakespeare. We'll be doing stuff by Stephen Adley Gurgis. We'll be doing, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. And we're also doing TV Drama Week in 2 weeks. So if anybody watching this or anybody in ZSP wants to come perform and read some of these non-public domain scripts and public domain scripts, please, please, everybody's welcome. And I think I've said enough.
I was gonna say, let's get to them. Enjoy, everyone.
Enjoy the read.
Shakespeare in Love by Marc Norman and Tom Stoppard. Interior, the Rose Theatre, day. Sky over which a title, London, summer 1593, appears. Title card. In the glory days of the Elizabethan theatre, two playhouses were fighting it out for writers and audiences. North of the city was the Curtain Theatre, home to England's most famous actor, Richard Burbage. Across the river was the Competition, built by Philip Henslowe, a business with a cash flow problem, the Rose. Gradually, a building is revealed, the Rose Theatre, three-tiered, open to the elements, and empty. On the floor, roughly printed, a poster, torn, soiled, out of date. It says, September 7th and 8th at noon, Mr. Edward Allen and the Admiral's men at the Rose Theatre, Bankside, the lamentable tragedy of the moneylender revenged. Over this, the screams of a man under torture are coming from the stage.
You mongrel, why do you howl when it is I who am bitten?
The theater owner, Philip Henslowe, is the man screaming. Henslowe's boots are on fire. He is pinioned in a chair with his feet stuck out over the hot coals of the fire burning in a brazier. He's being held in that position by Moth, who is a thug employed by Fenneman. The fourth man is Fenneman's bookkeeper.
What am I, Mr. Lambert?
Bitten, Mr. Fenneman.
How badly bitten, Mr. Freeze?
£12, 1 shilling, 4 pence. Mr. Fenneman, including interest.
I can pay you!
When?
2 weeks, 3 at the most. Oh, for pity's sake!
Take his feet out. Where will you get it?
£16, 5 shillings and 9 pence.
Including interest in 3 weeks.
I have a wonderful new play.
Put his feet in.
Oh, it's a comedy.
Cut his nose off.
A new comedy by William Shakespeare.
And his ears.
And a share. We will be partners, Mr. Ferryman.
Partners.
It's a crowd tickler, mistaken identities, a shipwreck, a pirate king, a bit with a dog, and love triumphant.
I think I've seen it. I didn't like it.
This time it is by Shakespeare.
What's the title?
Romeo and Ethel, the pirate's daughter.
Good title. A play takes time. Find actors, rehearsals. Let's open in 3 weeks. That's what, 500 groundlings at twopence each. In addition, 400 groundlings, twopence each. In addition, 400 backsides with 3 pence, a penny extra for a cushion. Call it 200 cushions. Say 2 performances for safety. How much is that, Mr. Free?
£20 to the penny, Mr. Finneman.
Correct.
But I have to pay the actors and the authors.
A share of the profits.
Well, there's never any.
Of course not.
Mr. Fennyman, I think you may have hit on something.
Fenneman slaps a contract down on the table next to an ink pot and quill.
Sign here.
Henslowe takes the quill and signs.
Romeo and Ethel, the pirate's daughter, almost finished?
Without doubt, he is completing it at this very moment.
Interior, Will's room, day. A small cramped space in the eaves of a building. A cluttered shelf containing various objects wedged between crumpled pieces of paper. Among those, we have time to observe a skull, a mug that says, "A present from Stratford upon Avon." At infrequent intervals, further pieces of crumpled paper are tossed toward the shelf. The man who is throwing them, Will Shakespeare, is bent over a table, writing studiously with a quill. Now we see what he is writing. Will is practicing his signature over and over. Will Shakespeare, W. Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. Each time he is dissatisfied, and each time he crumples and tosses it away. Henslowe walks in. He is out of breath, and his feet hurt.
Will, where is my play? Tell me, you have it nearly done? Tell me you have it nearly done. Tell me you have it started.
Doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move.
No, we haven't the time. Now, talk prose. Where is my play?
It's all locked safe in here.
Oh, God be praised. Locked?
Yeah, as soon as I found my muse.
Exterior, street, outside Will's house, day. Will lives in a crowded area of the city. Hawkers are crying their wares. Tract sellers, delivery boys, and merchants go about their business. Henslowe catches up with Will as he strides peacefully along.
Who is she this time?
She is always Aphrodite.
Aphrodite Baggett, who does it behind the dog and trumpet?
Henslowe, you have no soul, so how can you understand the emptiness that seeks a soulmate?
Well, I am a dead man and buggered to boot. My theatre is closed by the plague these 12 weeks. My company is playing the inn yards of England, while Burbage and the Chamberlain's men are invited to court and receive £10 to play your piece, written for my theatre, by my writer, at my risk, when you are green and grateful.
What piece? Richard Crookback?
No, it's comedy they want. Will, comedy! Like Romeo and Ethel.
Who wrote that?
Nobody! You are writing it for me! I gave you £3 a month since.
Half of what you owed me. I'm still due for one gentleman of Verona.
Will, what is money to you and me? I, your patron, you, My word, right. When the plague lifts Burbage, we'll have a new Christopher Marlowe for the curtain, and I have nothing for the rose.
Mr. Henslowe, will you lend me £50?
50 £50? What for?
Burbage offers me a partnership in the Chamberlain's Men for £50. My hired player days are over.
Cut out my heart! Throw my liver to the dogs!
Now then,
Henslowe and Will are crossing a crowded marketplace where a Puritan preacher, Makepeace, is haranguing anyone who will listen.
And the Lord shall smite them. Ye hearken to me. The theatres are the handmaidens' double. Under the name of the curtains, the players breed lewdness in their wives, rebellions in your service, idleness in your apprentice, and wickedness in your children. By any other name, the rose smell thusly, rank by other name. I say a plague on both their houses.
As he passes, Will gratefully makes a mental note. Exterior, Dr. Moth's house. Day. Will turns into a narrow street and walks toward a doorway.
Where are you going?
to my weekly confession.
As Henslowe arrives, the door closes in his face. A sign identifies the place as the premises of Dr. Moth, apothecary, alchemist, astrologer, seer, interpreter of dreams, and priest of psyche. Interior, Dr. Moth's house. Will lying on a couch on his eyes are closed. Dr. Moth sits with notes in his lap.
Words, words, words. Once I had the gift. I could make love out of words as a potter makes cups out of clay. Love that overthrows empires. Love that binds two hearts together come hellfire and brimstone. For 6 pence a line, I could cause a riot in a nunnery. But now...
And yet you tell me you lie with women. Black Sue, Fat Phoebe, Rosalind, Burbage's seamstress, Aphrodite, who does it behind the dog and trumpet.
I now and again, but what of it? I have lost my gift.
I am here to help you. Tell me, in your own words.
I have lost my gift. It's as if my quill is broken, as if the organ of the imagination has dried up, as if the proud tower of my genius has collapsed.
Interesting.
Nothing comes.
Now, most interesting.
Like trying to pick a lock with a wet herring.
Tell me, are you lately humbled in the act of love? How long has it been?
A goodly length in times past, but lately...
No. You have a wife, children?
I was a lad of 18. Anne Hathaway was a woman, half as old again.
A woman of property?
She had a cottage. One day she was 3 months gone with child. So...
And your relations?
On my mother's side, the Audens.
No, your marriage bed.
4 years and 100 miles away in Stratford. A cold bed, too, since the twins were born. Banishment was a blessing.
So now you are free to love.
It cannot love nor write it.
Dr. Moth reaches for a glass snake bracelet.
Here is a bangle found in Psyche's temple on Olympus. Cheap at 4 pence. Write your name on a paper and feed it in the snake.
Will it restore my gift?
The woman who wears the snake will dream of you, and your gift will return. Words will flow like a river. I will see you in a week.
He holds out his hand. Will drops a sovereign into it and takes the bracelet. Exterior, Dr. Moth's house, day. Will comes out. Henslowe is waiting, standing in froth to ease his feet. Will walks straight past. Henslowe follows.
Oh, nowhere. Will?
To the palace at Whitehall.
Interior, Whitehall Palace. Backstage. Day. Whitehall means nothing yet. We are behind closed curtains on a stage, busy with preparations for the imminent performance of Two Gentlemen of Verona. This is not a theater, but a banqueting hall. Richard Burbage is to play Proteus. A boy player will play Sylvia, and last-minute improvements to his makeup, etc., are being applied by Burbage's mistress, Rosalind. Launce, one of the clowns, is the famous comedian Will Kemp. Launce's dog, Crab, is in Kemp's charge and is not helping much. There is no set. A helpful placard reading, "Verona, an open place," is ready to hand. Musicians can be heard tuning their instruments. From the other side of the curtain, there is an expectant hubbub. Kemp leads the dog into the wings and rummages in a box of props. He finds a skull. He has one foot on the box, his elbow on his knee. He looks at the skull. In other words, he reminds us of Hamlet. We see this from the point of view of Will, who is just entering through a door backstage.
Ah, prithee, Mr. Kemp, break a leg? Ah, you too good, Crab.
Crab is nervous. He's never played the palace. When will you write me a tragedy, Will? I could do it.
No, they would laugh at Seneca if you played it.
My sleeve wants for a button, Mistress Rosalind. Where were my seamstress's eyes? There's no dog in the first scene, Will Kemp. Thank you. How goes it, Will?
I am still owed money for this play, Burbage.
Not from me. I only stole it. When are you coming over to the Chamberlain's men?
When I have my £50.
Are you writing?
Yeah, a comedy, all but done. A pirate comedy, wonderful.
What is the chief part?
Romeo, wit, swordsman, lover.
The title?
Romeo.
I will play him. Bring it tomorrow.
It's for Henslowe. He paid me.
How much?
£10.
You're a liar.
I swear it. He wants Romeo for Ned and the Admiral's men.
Ned is wrong for it. Here's 2 sovereigns. I'll give you 2 more when you show me the pages.
Done.
Burbage, I will see you hanged for a pickpocket.
The Queen has commanded. She loves the comedy, and the master of the revels favours us.
And what favour does Mr. Tilney receive from you?
Ask him.
The master of the revels, Tilney, comes through the curtain officiously.
She comes.
It's the arrival of Queen Elizabeth, aged 60, coming to take her place in the audience at front center. The hill is crowded with lords and ladies bowing Elizabeth to her seat, which is raised high on a pedestal, affording the Queen an uninterrupted view of the play, and the audience an uninterrupted view of the Queen. Trumpets sound. Close on a small piece of paper, a quill is writing, W. Shakespeare. Will rolls the paper up carefully and slips it into the mouth of the snake bangle. The curtain draws back, and Condell as Valentine and Burbage as Proteus begin the play.
Cease to persuade, my loving Proteus. Home-keeping youth have ever homely wits.
With Burbage's presence accounted for on stage, Rosalind curls an arm around Will's neck. They kiss hungrily. After a moment, Will pulls back.
Will you write me a sonnet, Will?
Lost my gift.
You have left it in my bed. Come to look for it again?
Are you to be my muse, Rosaline?
Burbage has my keeping, but you have my heart.
Will takes the snake bracelet and slips it onto her arm. Then they kiss again. But Will is distracted by the sound of coughing from the auditorium.
You see, the consumptives plot against me. Will Shakespeare has a play. Let us go and cough through it.
To be in love where scorn is brought with groans, coy looks with heart's sore sighs, one fading moment's mirth with 20 watchful, weary, tedious nights.
I feel a scene coming on.
Is it about a pirate's daughter?
It is later, and Kemp is now on stage with his dog. The audience is roaring. Queen Elizabeth's idiosyncratic laugh rises above the others.
Well played, Master Crab. I commend you.
Love and a bit with a dog, that's what they like.
Now we meet Viola. Viola de Lesseps, and she is laughing with great natural enjoyment. She sits slightly apart from her small family group. Her parents, Sir Robert de Lesseps and Lady Margaret de Lesseps. Part of the group, but seated behind as benefits her lower status, is Viola's nurse. Elsewhere is Lord Wessex, our villain. Wessex is in his 40s, dark, cruel, self-important. He has noticed Viola. The nurse notices him. Valentine is on stage alone. He is speaking the speech rather more coarsely than the version we hear later.
What is light if Sylvia be not seen? What joy is joy if Sylvia be not by? Unless it be to think that she is by and feed upon the shadow of perfection.
Now we see that Viola knows the speech by heart and is silently mouthing it with the actor.
There's a lady knows your play by heart.
But when he turns to Will, he finds that Will has gone. Interior, Will's room, day. Will comes into his room, goes straight to his table in the window, and arranges pen, ink, and paper. Now he has his ritual. He spins round once in a circle, rubs his hands together, and spits on the floor. Then he sits down, picks up his pen, and stares in front of him. Then he begins to write. Interior, de Lesseps' house. Viola's bedroom, night. Viola is getting ready for bed with her niece.
Did you like Proteus or Valentine best? Proteus for speaking, Valentine for looks.
I like the dog for laughs.
But Sylvia I did not care for much. His fingers were red from fighting, and he spoke like a schoolboy at lessons. Stage love will never be true love, while the law of our land has our heroines played by pipsqueak boys in petticoats. Oh, when can we see another?
When the Queen commands it.
At the playhouse, nurse.
Be still. Playhouses are not for well-born ladies.
Oh, I'm not so well-born.
Well-moneyed is the same as well-born, and well-married is more so. Lord Wessex was looking at you tonight.
All the men at court are without poetry. If they see me, they see my father's fortune. I will have poetry in my life, and adventure, and love. Love above all.
Like Valentine and Sylvia?
No, not the artful postures of love, but love that overthrows life. Unbiddable, ungovernable, like a riot in the heart, and nothing to be done come ruin or rapture. Love as there has never been in a play. I will have love, or I will end my days
as a nurse.
But I will be Valentine and Sylvia too. Good nurse. God save you and good night. I would stay asleep my whole life if I could dream myself into a company of players.
Clean your teeth while you dream, then.
Viola gazes longingly toward the rose, and there and then she makes a plan. Exterior, square in front of the Rose Theatre, day. Henslowe is making his way from the theatre to the marketplace when Fennyman and Lambert appear at either shoulder and propel him back the way he came. Freeze follows behind.
This time we take your boots off.
What have I done, Mr. Fennyman?
The theaters are all closed by the plague.
Oh, that.
By order of the master of the revels.
Mr. Fennyman, let me explain about the theatre business. The natural condition is one of insurmountable obstacles on the road to imminent disaster. Believe me, to be closed by the plague is a bagatelle in the ups and downs of owning a theatre.
So what do we do?
Nothing! Strangely enough, it all turns out well.
How?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Shall I kill him, Mr. Fennyman?
The theatres are reopened. By order of the master of the revels, the theatres are reopened.
Mr. Fennyman, Mr. Tilly has opened the playhouses.
Yes, I heard. Where's the play?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming!
It is. Will is writing furiously in his room. A burnt-down candle is still alight, although it is day outside the window. He has been writing all night. He has written about 10 pages. Pleased with himself and excited, he gathers up and then leaves the room like a man with a mission. Leaving the house, pages in hand, Will nearly knocks down Henslowe, who has come to see him.
Oh, Will! The theatres are...
Romeo and Rosalind, scene 1. God, I'm good.
Rosalind, you mean Ethel?
Exterior, Burbage's house, day. Will bangs through the door without ceremony.
Richard! Burbage!
He opens the front door and charges up the stairs into the bedroom. Will charges in. Rosalind is in bed. The master of the revels is pulling up his breeches.
Mr. Tilney? Huh. So this is the favor you find in the Chamberlain's men.
Well,
I would have made you immortal. Tell Burbage that he has lost a new play by Will Shakespeare.
What does that Burbage care of that? He is ready the curtain for Kit Marlowe.
You've opened the playhouses?
I have Master Shakespeare.
But the plague?
Yes, I know, but it was always hanging around the house.
Bill, you're the only one, Will. My heart.
Will emerges looking distraught. A burning brazier stands by the wall. Will thrusts the pages into the coals. He watches for a moment as the pages catch fire. Interior, tavern, day. Will walks in to find the place in an uproar of celebration. A handsome young serving man, now, is bumping through with a tray of tankards.
Mr. Henslowe!
Yes, I heard the theatres are open, but where is my playwright?
The special today is a pig's foot marinated in juniper berry vinegar, served with a buckwheat pancake, which has been fried, sure.
They are interrupted by Will, who joins them. He looks distracted.
Will, have you finished?
Yes, nearly. It's all locked safe in here. We need Ralph for the Pirate King. Good morning, Master Node. You'll have a nice little part.
Ned Allen and the Admiral's men are out on tour. I need actors. Those here who are unknown will have a chance to be known.
What about the money, Mr. Henslowe?
It won't cost you a penny! Auditions are in half an hour. Ralph Bashford, I'd have a part for you, but alas, I hear you are a drunkard's drunkard.
Never while I'm working.
Give me the drink, Mandragora.
Straight up, Will.
Give my friend a beaker of your best brandy.
Will turns toward a figure further down the bar. It's Christopher Marlowe.
Kit!
How goes it, Will?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Burbage says you have a play.
Yes, and I have the chinks to pay for it.
His drink arrived. Will places a sovereign on the bar.
I insist. And a beaker for Mr. Marlowe.
Barman does the business.
I hear you have a new play for the curtain.
Not new. My Dr. Faustus.
I love your early work. Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of Ilium?
I have a new one nearly done and better. The Massacre at Paris.
Good title.
And yours?
Romeo and Ethel, the pirate's daughter. Yes, I know.
What's the story?
Well, there's a pirate. In truth, I have not written a word.
Romeo is Italian, always in and out of love.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's good. Well, until he meets...
Ethel.
Do you think?
The daughter of his enemy.
The daughter of his enemy?
His best friend is killed in a duel by Ethel's brother or something. His name is... Mercutio.
Mercutio. Good name.
Now hurries back to Will's side.
Will, they're waiting for you.
I'm coming. Good luck with yours, Kit.
I thought your play was for Burbage.
This is a different one.
A different one you haven't written?
Will makes a helpless gesture and hurries after Noel. Interior, the Rose Theatre, gallery, stage, auditorium, day. Henslowe and Will are sitting in the gallery listening to a young actor auditioning.
Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of Ilium? Sweet Helen, make me immortal with a kiss.
Thank you.
Henslowe and Will look a bit deflated. The young actor leaves and is replaced by a second actor.
I would like to give you something from Faustus by Christopher Marlowe.
How refreshing.
Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of Ilium?
Henslowe and Will let him continue a bit further, but exchange despairing looks. A succession of would-be actors offer their version of Marlowe's lines, each as inappropriate as the other. Among them is a small urchin.
The topless towers of Ilium. Sweet Helen, make me immortal with...
Thank you!
The urchin leaves, glowering furiously, and is replaced by a beanpole of a man, Wabash.
Was this the face that...
Very good, Mr. Wabash. Excellent. Report to the property master. My tailor wants to be an actor. I have a few debts here and there. Well, that seems to be everybody. Did you see a Romeo?
I did not.
Well, I to my work, you to yours. When can I see pages?
Tomorrow.
Henslowe leaves him.
Please, God.
Will sits brooding alone for a moment. Then he realizes he is being addressed from the stage. Viola, Thomas Kent, enters.
May I begin, sir?
Will looks at the stage and sees a handsome young man with a hat shadowing his eyes.
Your name?
Thomas Kent. I would like to do a speech by a writer who commands the heart of every player. What light is light if Sylvia be not seen? What joy is joy if Sylvia be not by? Unless it be to think that she is by and feed upon the shadow of perfection. Except I be by Sylvia in the night, there is no music in the nightingale. Unless I look on Sylvia in the day, there is no day for me to look upon.
Take off your hat.
My hat?
Where did you learn how to do that? Wait there.
Are you Master Shakespeare?
Let me see you. Take off your hat.
Will jumps down to ground level. Thomas runs off stage, to Will's bewilderment. Will hurries after him. We go with Will as he crosses the stage, then backstage, then into the interior, the Rose Theatre, retiring room, day. The retiring room, which is crowded with actors and Henslowe's lieutenant, property manager, copier, and general factotum, who is a new character, Peter.
What are we playing? Where are the pages?
Where's the boy?
What? Nobody knows what he's talking about. Wabash the stutterer grabs Will's hand and shakes excitedly.
Break a leg.
The street door is swinging shut. Will sees it. He fights his way through the men to get to the door. Exterior, the Rose Theatre, Bankside, day. Will emerges from the theater into a street throbbing with nefarious life. Whores, cut-purses, hawkers, urchins, tract sellers, riff-raff of all kinds in an area of stews, low-down pubs, brothels, and slums. It is some time before Will spots Thomas, way ahead of him in the crowded street. The chase is taking them to the riverbank. Exterior, the river, day. When Will gets to the riverbank, he sees that Thomas is in a smallish boat being rowed upriver and in midstream. The river is quite busy, and among the boats there are a number of waiting taxis. Will jumps into the nearest one and shouts at the taxi driver, "Boatman."
Follow that boat. Follow, go, yes, follow that boat.
Right you are, Governor. I know your face. Are you an actor?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen you in something. That one about a king.
Really?
I had the Christopher Marlowe in my boat once. Exterior, the river, day. Later, the boatman is puffing. Will is looking ahead to where Thomas's boat has reached a jetty on the farther shore, a private jetty attached to a rich house on the north bank. Will sees Thomas jump out of his boat and run towards the house.
Do you know that house?
Sir Robert de Lesseps. Exterior, de Lesseps' house, day. Will runs toward the house. Interior, de Lesseps' house, day. Thomas rushes up the back stairs, removing his hat. Her hair tumbles down about her shoulders, so we will call her Viola again. Interior, de Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, day. Her mother, Lady de Lesseps, is talking to the nurse.
Where is she? Our guests are upon us. Lord Wessex, too, bargaining for a bride. My husband will have it settled tonight. Tomorrow he drags me off to the country, and it will be 3 weeks gone before we return from our estates.
God save you, Mother. Hot water, nurse.
Interior, de Lesseps' house, kitchen, day. From a cauldron on the stove, hot water is poured into 2 pails by the kitchen boy under the nurse's command.
Thomas Kent, sir? No,
the
sir.
actor. The actor.
Who asks for him?
Will Shakespeare, actor, poet, and playwright of the Rose.
Master Kent is my nephew.
I will wait.
Much good may it do you.
Interior, de Lesseps' house, Viola's bathroom, evening. Viola in her bath reads Will's letter. The nurse is adding hot water to the tub.
He sees himself in me. Romeo Montague, a young man of Verona.
Verona again.
Comedy of quarreling families reconciled in the discovery of Romeo to be the very same Capulet cousin stolen from the cradle and fostered to manhood by his Montague mother that was robbed of her own child by the pirate king.
Exterior to Lesseps' house, night. Will waits hopefully. The kitchen door opens and a servant flings a bucket of dirty water in the general direction of the gutter. Will hops nimbly aside and escapes the soaking.
Be off!
Interior to Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, night. The nurse is helping Viola into her party dress.
Your mother and your father.
From tomorrow, away in the country for 3 weeks. Is Master Shakespeare not handsome?
He looks well enough for mountebank.
Oh, nurse, he would give Thomas Kent the life of Viola de Lesseps dreaming.
My lady, this play will end badly. I will tell.
You will not tell. As you love me and as I love you, you will bind my breast and buy me a boy's wig.
Exterior to Lesseps' house, night. Will spots a gaggle of musicians approaching, carrying instruments. Will recognizes them.
Master Plum, what business here?
A 5-shilling business. We play for the dancing.
Interior to Lesseps' house, banqueting room, night. Will has got in with the musicians. Competently enough, he strums along with them on the bandstand. A dozen guests are enough to crowd the space for dancing. Will glances around, looking for Thomas Kent. He stops a passing servant, helping himself to a snack off the man's tray.
Musicians don't eat. Sir Robert's orders.
I seek Master Thomas Kent.
It means nothing to the servant, who moves on.
He is a beauty, my lord, as would take a king to church for a dowry of a nutmeg.
My plantations in Virginia are not mortgaged for a nutmeg. I have an ancient name that will bring you preferment when your grandson is Wessex. Is she fertile?
She will breed. If she do not, send her back.
Is she obedient?
As any mule in Christendom. But if you are the man to ride her, there are rubies in the saddlebag.
I like her.
Angle on Will watching the dancing. Then he sees Viola in the crowd. He turns to blood. Love at first sight, no doubt about it. Viola has not seen him. She is doing a daughter's duty among her parents' friends. The guests form up to begin a changing partners dance, the very same one you get in every Romeo and Juliet.
By all the stars in heaven, who is she? Who is she?
Viola de Lesseps. Dream on, Will.
Will leaves the bandstand and is moving trance-like to keep her in view between the dancers and lookers. Viola moves through patterns of the dance until, as night follows day, she finds Will opposite her. He has insinuated himself into the dance.
Master Shakespeare.
The dance separates them. Viola finds herself opposite Wessex.
My Lady Viola,
My lord.
I have spoken with your father.
So, my lord? I speak with him every day.
The dance separates them. Viola finds herself opposite Will again.
Good sir. I heard you are a poet. A poet of no words.
Will tries to speak, but the silver tongue won't work. He is dumb with adoration. Suddenly, Wessex takes him affably by the elbow and leads him into an alcove.
Poet?
I was a poet till now, but I have seen beauty that puts poems at once with the talking ravens at the tower.
To his surprise, he finds a lordly dagger at his throat.
How do I offend, my lord?
By coveting my property. I cannot shed blood in her house, but I will cut your throat anon. You have a name?
Christopher Marlowe at your service.
Wessex shoves him through the nearest door. Exterior, the Lesseps garden, Viola's balcony, night. There is a lighted window on the balcony. Viola, dressed for bed, and the nurse pass across the lighted space. Will is in the garden. He sees her. The light in the room is extinguished. Then Viola comes out onto the balcony in the moonlight.
Romeo, Romeo, a young gentleman of Verona. Comedy by William Shakespeare.
My lady!
Who is there?
Will Shakespeare.
Madam!
Anon! Good night, Anon! Master Shakespeare!
The same, alas.
Oh, but why alas?
A lowly player.
Alas indeed, for I thought you the highest poet of my esteem,
Oh.
and a writer of plays that capture my heart.
Oh, I am him too.
Anon!
Anon! Anon! I will come again.
Oh, my unfortunate's fool, I will be punished for this. Oh, my lady, oh, my love.
Find you here, they will kill you.
You could bring them with a word.
Not for the world.
Madam!
Anonymous!
But she goes inside. Will looks around and sees that there is, as ever, a convenient tree. He starts to climb up toward the balcony. When his head is nearly level, a soft figure comes once more onto the balcony. Will pops his head over the parapet and is face to face with the nurse. The nurse gives a yell. Will falls out of it. Male voices shout to each other inside the house. Candle flames appear in different windows. The garden door is flung open, revealing Sir Robert with candelabra in one hand and sword in the other. By this time, Will is on top of the garden wall, and he drops safely out of sight. He could have written it better.
He could have written it better. That's a great statement.
Will is burning the midnight oil, literally and metaphorically. His quill has already covered several dozen sheets. He is inspired. Interior, the Rose Theatre, stage, auditorium, day. It is day one. The company is on stage. Peter is passing pages around a bunch of actors. John, James, Noll are looking through their pages. Henslowe and Ralph are talking with Will.
Draw if we be men. Gregory, remember thy washing blow.
Part, fools! Put up your swords!
It starts well, then it's all long-faced about some Rosalind. Where's the comedy, Will? Where's the dog? Do you think it's funny?
I was a pirate king. Now I'm a nurse. That's funny.
We are at least 6 men short, and those we have will be overparted, ranters, and stutterers who should be sent back to the stews. My Romeo has let me down. I see disaster.
We are at least 4 acts short, Will, if you are looking for disaster.
Will notices a young, scruffy 13-year-old actor, the urchin we met before.
Who are you, master?
I'm Ethel, the pirate's daughter.
I'll be damned if you are!
As Will sends the urchin off with a kick, Henslowe finds himself face to face with Fennyman.
Is it going well?
Very well!
But nothing's happening.
Yes, but very well.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, thank you. You are all welcome.
Who is that?
Nobody, the author.
We are about to embark on a great voyage.
It is customary to make a little speech on the first day. It does no harm, and authors like it.
You want to know what parts you are to receive? All will be settled as we go.
That's as far as he gets before there is a dramatic interruption. The public entrance door is flung open, and 6 men make a loud entrance, headed by Ned Allen, the actor, who is a handsome, piratical figure with a big voice and a big sword.
Huzzah! The Admiral's men are returned to the house.
Who is that?
Silence, you god! I am Hieronimo. I am Tamburlaine. I am Faustus. I am Barbarous, the Jew of Malta of yes, Master Will, and I am Henry the Sixth. What is the play and what is my part?
A moment, sir.
Who are you?
The money.
Ah, then you may remain so long as you remain silent. Pay attention and you will see how genius creates a legend.
Thank you, sir.
We are in desperate want of a Mercutio man, a noble gentleman of Verona.
And what is the title of this piece?
Mercutio.
Is it?
I will play him.
Half a dozen of the Admiral's men will be given roles in our play, and we meet them and identify them as Will enthusiastically shakes hands.
Mr. Pope, Mr. Phillips, welcome. George Bryan, James Armatige. Oh, Sam, my precious, pretty little one. Are you ready to fall in love again?
I am, Master Shakespeare.
But your voice, have they dropped?
No, a touch of cold only.
Mr. Henslowe, you have your actors.
I saw the Tamburlaine, you know. Wonderful.
Yes, I saw it.
Of course, it was mighty writing. There's no one like Marlowe.
Will shrugs and goes. Exterior, riverbank, day. Will arrives in a hurry at the wharf side and looks vainly in the direction of the de Lesseps house. No Thomas. Will looks down an alley. No Thomas, but sees the urchin.
Better fortune, boy.
I was in a play. They cut off my head in Titus Andronicus. When I write plays, I want them to be like Titus.
You admire it?
I like it when they cut their heads off and the daughter mutilated with knives.
Oh. What's your name?
John Webster. You see that cat? Here, kitty, kitty.
The urchin passes a white mouse to the cat and watches the results with sober interest. Will is unnerved by the boy.
Plenty of blood. That's the only writing.
I have to get back.
Wait, you'll see the cat bites his head off.
Interior, the Rose Theatre, stage auditorium, day. On stage, the actors carry their parts. Henslowe watches.
See where he comes? So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Cut round him for now.
What? Who?
Romeo.
The one who came with your letter?
What?
Oh, good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
Good.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
No. Don't spend it all at once.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand me?
No, sir.
He is speaking about a baggage we never even meet. What will be left in your purse when he meets his Juliet?
Juliet? You mean Ethel?
God's teeth, am I am to suffer this constant stream of interruption? What will you do in Act 2 when he meets the love of his life?
I'm very sorry, sir. I have not seen Act 2.
Of course you have not. I have not written it. Go once more.
Will, where is Mercutio?
Locked safe in here. I leave the scene keeping Ned. I have a sonnet to write.
A sonnet? You mean a play?
Interior, de Lesseps' house, staircase, day. Viola, still dressed as Thomas, sonnet in hand, runs up the stairs to her room. As she hurriedly gets dressed, Wessex can be heard ranting to the nurse.
2 hours at prayer.
Lady Viola is pious, my lord.
Piety is for Sunday, and 2 hours at prayer is not piety, it is self-importance.
It would be better that you return tomorrow, my lord.
It would be better that you tell her to get off her knees and show some civility to her 6-day lord and master.
Viola, fully changed, flings the door open.
My Lady Viola.
Lord Wessex, you have been waiting.
I'm aware of it, but it is beauty's privilege.
You flatter, my lord.
No. I have spoken to the Queen. Her Majesty's consent is requisite when a Wessex takes a wife, and once gained, her consent is her command.
Do you intend to marry, my lord?
Your father should keep you better informed. He has bought me for you. He returns from his estates to see us married 2 weeks from Saturday. You are allowed to show your pleasure.
I do not love you, my lord.
How your mind hops about. Your father was a shoekeeper, your children will bear arms, and I will recover my fortune. That is the only matter under discussion today. You will like Virginia.
Virginia?
Why, yes. My fortune lies in plantations, the tobacco weed. I need £4,000 to fit it out a ship and put my investments to work. I fancy tobacco has a future. We will not stay there long, 3 or 4 years.
Why me?
It was your eyes. No, your lips. Will you defy your father and your queen?
The Queen has consented.
She wants to inspect you. At Greenwich, come Sunday. Be submissive, modest, grateful, and brief.
I will do my duty, my lord.
Interior, de Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, night. She is writing to Will. His letter, poem, is on her table. We can read part of it. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Master Will, poet, dearest my heart, I beseech you, banish me from yours. I am to marry Lord Wessex. A daughter's duty.
She sheds a romantic, unhappy tear. Interior, the Rose Theatre, stage, day. Sam is now Juliet. The play has evidently reached Act 1, Scene 5. We are witnessing the meeting of Romeo and Juliet in a simplified version of the changing partners dance we saw at Viola's house. Ned Allen is in charge.
Gentlemen, upstage. Ladies, downstage. Gentlemen, upstage. Ladies, downstage. Are you a lady, Mr. Kent?
I'm very sorry, sir.
You did not like the speech?
Oh, the speech is excellent. Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. Excellent and a good length. But then he disappears for the length of a Bible.
There, you have his duel, a skirmish of words and swords such as I never wrote, nor anyone. He dies with such passion and poetry as you ever heard. A plague on both your houses! Huh?
He dies?
But the author has escaped. Exterior, street, night. Will is charging down a narrow alley and bumps into Burbage, who is emerging from the door of a tavern.
Will, and where are my pages?
Will hurries on. Exterior, riverbank, dusk. Viola as Thomas is being rowed across the river by the boatman. From behind, in the direction of Bankside, he hears shouting.
Did you give her my letter?
And this is for you.
Will has climbed aboard Viola's boat and is tearing open the letter. What he reads causes him great pain. He collapses into the stern seat next to Viola.
Oh, Thomas, she has cut my strings. I am unmanned, unmended, and unmade like a puppet in a box.
Writer, is he?
Row your boat. She tells me to keep away. She's to marry Lord Wessex. What should I do?
If you love her, you must do as she asks.
And break her heart and mine.
It is only in yours that you can know.
She loves me, Thomas.
Does she say so?
No, and yet she does, where the ink has run with tears. Was she weeping when she gave you this?
Her letter came to me by the nurse.
Your aunt?
Yes, my aunt. But perhaps she wept a little. Tell me how you love her, Will.
Like a sickness and its cure together.
Yes, like rain and sun, like cold and heat. Is your lady beautiful? Since I came to visit from the country, I've not seen her close. Tell me, is she beautiful?
Oh, if I could write the beauty of her eyes. I was born to look in them and know myself.
And her lips?
Oh, Thomas, her lips, the early morning rose would wither on the branch if it could feel envy.
And her voice, like lark song?
Deeper, softer, none of your twittering larks. I would banish nightingales from her garden before they interrupt your song.
Oh, she sings too.
Oh, constantly, without doubt, and plays the lute. She has a natural ear. And her bosom. Did I mention her bosom?
What of her bosom?
Oh, Thomas, a pair of pippins, and round as rare as golden apples.
I think the lady is wise to keep your love at a distance. For what lady could live up to it, close to, when her eyes and lips and voice may be no more beautiful than mine? Besides, can a lady born to wealth and noble marriage love happily with a bankside poet and player?
Yes, by God! Love knows nothing of rank or riverbank. No spark between a queen and the poor vagabond who plays the king, and their love should be minded by each, for love denied blights the soul we owe to God. So tell my lady William Shakespeare waits for her in the garden.
But what of Lord Wessex?
For one kiss, I would defy 1,000 Wessexes.
The boat scrapes on the jetty of the de Lesseps house. The bump throws Thomas into Will's arms. He holds her round the shoulders. She kisses him on the mouth and jumps out of the boat.
Oh, Will.
She throws a coin to the boatman and runs toward the house.
Thank you, my lady.
My lady?
Viola de Lesseps. Known her since she was this high. Wouldn't deceive a child. Strangely enough, I'm a bit of a writer myself. Here's my manuscript. It wouldn't take you long to read it. I expect you know all the booksellers.
But Will has gone. Exterior de Lesseps garden, night. Will drops over the wall into the garden and without hesitation starts climbing up to her balcony. Will comes in through the window just as Viola enters by the door. They stare at each other across the room.
Can you love a fool?
Can you love a player?
They run together and fall into a passionate kiss.
Wait. You are still a maid, and perhaps as mistaken me as I was mistaken Thomas Kent.
Answer me only this. Are you the author of the plays of William Shakespeare?
I am.
Then kiss me again, for I am not mistook.
Viola fumbles with his clothing, he with hers.
I do not know how to undress a man.
It is strange to me, too.
The nurse has come to listen. She puts her ear against the door. Because she hears muffled voices, she looks startled inside. Will is half naked. He is startled to find that she is tightly bandaged around the bosom. Will finds the loose end and spins her naked. The nurse drags a rocker outside the bedroom door and takes up her position. She sits down, keeping guard. Pretty soon there comes the regular creak of Viola's bed. The nurse fans furiously with her little lacy fan. She crosses herself. Chambermaid comes along the gallery outside the bedroom door. She is dusting her way along. The chambermaid becomes aware of the regular creaking. She pauses. The nurse begins to rock in her chair, keeping time with the creaking from within. The chambermaid stares at the nurse. The nurse stares at the chambermaid.
Go to!
Back in the bedroom, Will and Viola have finished making love and lie in each other's arms.
I would not have thought it. There is something better than a play.
There is.
Even your play.
Oh.
And that was only my first try.
Well, perhaps better than my first.
He kisses her again. Dawn is breaking. A rooster crows some distance. Viola and Will are in bed. She stirs drowsily. He gets out of bed.
Will, you would not leave me.
I must. Look how pale the window.
Moonlight.
No, the morning rooster woke me.
It was the owl. Come to bed.
Oh, let Henslowe wait.
Mr. Henslowe?
Let him be damned for his pages.
Oh, no.
There is time. It is still dark.
It is broad day. The rooster tells us so.
No, it is the owl, believe me, love. It was the owl.
You would leave us players without a scene to read today.
There's a knock at the door.
My lady, the house is stirring. It is a new day.
It is a new world.
Interior, the Rose Theatre, stage auditorium, day. The cut is to the middle of a rehearsal. We are coming up to the moment Romeo and Juliet kiss for the first time. Act 1, Scene 5. Ned Allen is in charge, but Will is watching. His life has turned perfect.
Have not saints' lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though. Grant for prayer's sake. It's you.
Offering cats.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take.
In character, Viola kisses Sam demurely, but apparently not demurely enough for Will, who gives a twitch.
Thus from my lips by thine, my sin is purged.
Did then have my lips the sin that they have took?
Sin from my lips, oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Yes. No. Not quite right. It is more. Let me. Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Viola kisses Will. They lose themselves for a fraction of a moment. As Viola withdraws her lips, Will's lips are going for it again.
You kiss by the book.
Well, I was lucky you were here. Why do not I write the rest of your play while
Yes. Continue. Now the nurse. Where is Ralph?
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and wise, and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear Count, my life is my foe's debt.
Away! Be gone, the sport is at best.
Viola, about to make her exit, has her hand holding the curtain at the gap. Will, who has snuck backstage, is kissing her hand.
Hi, so I fear, the more is my unrest.
All right, everybody, we're going to stop here and take a 5-minute break, and we will come back with the stage direction. Viola comes to the curtain.
Thank you, Five.
Thank you, Five.
Viola comes through the curtain. Will and Viola kiss dangerously. They are in a narrow space, hidden from the general backstage area. As they kiss, we see on stage.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
Oh, do not go.
I must.
As Will races up the ladder to his writer's corner, the rehearsal can be heard continuing.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
Parable!
Will arrives at the top of the building in his writer's corner. He spins around once in a circle, rubs his hands together, and spits on the floor. His manuscript is all over the table. Take a peek at the lines he had already written. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Interior, the Lesseps house, Viola's bedroom, evening. Viola and Will are reading in bed.
Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Oh, Will.
Yes, some of it is speakable.
It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were.
Interior, the Rose Theater, stage, day. Viola continues the speech, edge to edge, now in rehearsal, with Sam as Juliet, sighing on the balcony above her.
The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay, me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
In this following sequence, we have abandoned real time. The scene continues cross-cut between the stage and Viola's bed. We ask that you use your imagination. They act as declarations of love between our two heroes.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name.
Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee.
The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here, if they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here.
Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
That's my line.
Oh, but it is my line too.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu.
Juliet!
Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night.
Interior to Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, night. They have just made love. Suddenly, it is very still.
I am afeard being a knight. All this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Interior, the Rose Theatre, backstage, day. On stage, the scene continues.
All my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come to cease thy strife, and leave me to thy grief. 1,000 times good night. I cannot move in this dress. That makes me look like a pig. I have no neck in this pig dress.
Interior, the Rose Theatre, writer's corner, day. Ned is arriving. Will is busy writing. Peter is there, holding the pages Will has completed and waiting for Will to finish his page. Peter is reading his pages.
Oh, I see.
How is it?
All right.
Ned, I know.
It's good.
Oh.
But the title just won't do.
So in a bit, I'm going to need your help to get into this one.
Romeo and Juliet. Just a suggestion.
Thank you, Ned. You are a gentleman.
And you are a Warwickshire shithouse.
Peter is handing the pages to Henslowe in the auditorium. Henslowe has acquired a performing dog. The dog does somersaults tirelessly. As Peter hands over the pages, he shakes his head.
You mean no dog of any kind?
Fennyman, the born-again theater groupie, shushes Henslowe and looks daggers at him for disrupting the rehearsal.
Friar married them in secret. Then Ned gets into a fight with one of the Capulets. Romeo tries to stop them. He gets in Ned's way. I mean in Mercutio's way. So Tybalt kills Mercutio and then Romeo kills Tybalt. Then the prince vanishes him from Verona.
That must be when he goes on the voyage and gets shipwrecked on the island of the Pirate King.
Cease your paddling! Get out! 1,000 apologies.
Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Interior, de Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, morning. A sunbeam wakes the lovers. Sunday morning, church bells. Viola wakes with a start. Something is bothering her. She can't think what. Will calms her.
Sunday. It is Sunday. I found something in my sleep. The friar who married them will take up their destinies.
But it will end well for love.
In heaven, perhaps. It is not a comedy I'm writing now. The broad river divides my lovers, family, duty, fate, as unchangeable as nature.
Yes, this is not life, Will. It is a stolen season.
Not ready. Where is she?
Be patient, my lord. She is dressing.
Will you ask Her Majesty to be patient?
Ugh.
Viola leaps.
Sunday, Greenwich.
Now pay attention, Nursey. Sorry. Now pay attention, Nursey. The Queen, Gloriana Regina, God's chosen vessel, the radiant one who shines her light on us, is at Greenwich today, and prepared during the evening's festivities to bestow her gracious favour on my choice of wife. And if we're late for lunch, the old boot will not forgive. So get you to my lady's chamber and produce her with or without her undergarments.
Viola has her dress on and is putting on her shoes. Will, in his underwear, is in mid-argument.
You cannot, not for the Queen herself.
What will you have me do? Marry you instead?
To be the wife of a poor player? Can I wish that for Lady Viola accepting my dreams? And yet I would, if I were free to follow my dreams in the desire of the harsh light of day.
You followed your desire freely enough in the night. So, that is all. To Greenwich I go.
Then I will go with you.
You cannot. Wessex will kill you.
I know how to fight.
Stage fighting. Oh, Will. As Thomas Kent, my heart belongs to you. But as Viola, the river divides us. And I will marry Wessex a week from Saturday.
By heaven, I will drag her down by the Queen's command.
And is cut off short as Viola's door opens at the top of the stairs. Behind her, Will appears gowned and bonneted.
Good morning, my lord.
Ah, my lady. The tide waits for no man, but I swear it would wait for you.
Here we come at last, my lord.
Are you bringing your laundry, woman?
To chaperone, my lady's country cousin, but may you be a handsome gallant, just as she said. You may call me Miss Wilhelmina.
On a more fortuitous occasion, perhaps.
Oh, my lord, you will not shake me off. She never needed me more. I see her by your breeches.
Exterior, Greenwich Palace, night. Fireworks explode in the evening sky over Greenwich, a royal palace, crowded now with noble guests. The way these royal routs work is that guests mill about, chatting, bowing, and generally behaving gallantly, while Queen Elizabeth creates a vortex around her as she passes through the throng, occasionally honoring somebody with a couple of words, until she arrives, thankfully, at the best chair, where she establishes a headquarters. Viola and Wessex are, respectively, dipping and bowing as they are greeted by people who know them. Will, in close attendance, joins in gratuitously, bowing until Viola nudges him and reminds him to curtsy instead. The Queen's lord-in-waiting plucks Wessex's sleeve.
Now.
Now.
The Queen asks for you. Answer well. Is there a man?
A man, my lord?
There was a man, poet, a theatre poet. I heard. Does he come to the house?
A theatre poet?
An insolent penny-a-page rogue. Marlowe, he said. Christopher Marlowe. Has he been to the house?
Marlowe? Oh, yes, he is the one. Lovely waistcoat. Shame about the poetry.
That dog.
The lord-in-waiting has presented Viola. Viola speaks from a frozen curtsy.
Your Majesty.
Stand up straight, girl. I have seen you. You are the one who comes to all the plays, at Whitehall, at Richmond.
Your Majesty.
Why, what do you love so much?
Your Majesty.
Speak out. I know who I am. Do you love stories of kings and queens? Feats of arms? Or is it courtly love?
I love theatre. To have stories acted for me by a company of fellows is indeed...
They are not acted for you. They are acted for me. And
I love poetry above all.
Above Lord Wessex? My lord, when you cannot find your wife, you had better look for her at the playhouse. But playwrights teach nothing about love. They make it pretty, they make it comical, or they make it lust. They cannot make it true.
Oh, but they can. I mean, Your Majesty, they do not. They have not. But I believe there is one who can.
Lady Viola is young in the world. Your Majesty is wise in it. Nature and truth are the very enemies of play acting. I'll wager my fortune.
I thought you were here because you had none. Well, no one will take your wager, it seems.
£50.
£50. A very worthy sum on a very worthy question. Can a play show us the very truth and nature of love? I bear witness to the wager, and will be the judge of it as occasion arises. I have not seen anything to settle it yet. So, the fireworks will be soothing after the excitements of Lady Viola's audience.
And now she's next to Wessex, who is bowing low.
Have her then, but you are a lordly fool. She has been plucked since I saw her last, and not by you. It takes a woman to know it.
The Queen passes by, and as Wessex comes vertical again, we see his face a mask of furious realization.
Marlowe.
Interior, Burbage House. Entrance, day. Christopher Marlowe shuts the door behind him. Above him, the ceiling creaks to the rhythm of copulation. He has a sheaf of manuscript pages in his hand. He goes to the stairs.
You are playing my Faustus this afternoon. Don't spend yourself in sport. Rosalind. Burbage.
What do you want, kid?
My massacre at Paris is complete.
You have the last act?
You have the money.
Tomorrow.
Then tomorrow you will have the pages.
Wait. Will you desist, Rosalind?
£20 on delivery.
What is money to me like us? Besides, if I need a play, I have another waiting. A comedy by Shakespeare.
Romeo? He gave it to Henslowe.
Never.
Well, I'm to deaf it now. I leave my respects, Miss Rosalind.
I gave Shakespeare 2 sovereigns for Romeo.
You did, but Ned Allen and the Admiral's men have the playing of it at the Rose.
Treachery!
Burbage rouses himself violently, throwing Rosalind off the bed. The glass bracelet is flung from her wrist. It breaks on the floor, releasing a strip of paper. Burbage picks it up. What he reads on it does not please him. It is Will's signature.
Traitor and thief!
Exterior, streets, day. Burbage and a solid wedge of the Chamberlain's men are cleaving a path through the crowd. Their faces are grim. Interior, the Rose Theatre, stage auditorium, under the stage, day. We are in Act 3, Scene 1 of Romeo and Ethel. Juliet.
By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Theobald.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good on. A word with one of you.
Are you going to do it like that? And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something, make it a word, and a blow.
But suddenly, 6 more men and a dog invade the stage, ready to fight. Burbage and the Chamberlain's men have arrived to avenge Burbage's honor with swords, clubs, and a bucket containing
Where is that thieving hack who can't keep his pen in his own ink pot?
What is this rabble?
Burbage aims a blow at Will, who ducks and grabs a stain from the nearest actor and parries the blow. He swings at Burbage. A Chamberlain's man swings at Will. Thomas cries out. Someone else slaps the stage hangings, bringing down the drapes. And in a moment, the Admiral's men and the Chamberlain's men, using their much-rehearsed skills, are brawling with weapons and fist, using everything short of unbuttoned rapiers. Henslowe, a little slow to catch up on the situation, checks the page in his hand. Fennyman, much slower to catch up, watches enthralled.
Wonderful! Wonderful! And a dog!
Henslowe enters the fray, but his interest is in protecting his property.
Not with my props!
Will, what?
A literary feud, quite normal. Stay hid.
He gets back onto the stage where the goings-on are worthy of the 4 Musketeers and Robin Hood combined. With Sam Goss dressed as Juliet, fighting with the best of them. Ned Allen and the others grab cushions to use as shields. The trap door in the stage opens. Viola's head pops up. She ducks down again, leaving the trap door open just nicely for Will to plummet down it. Interior, the Rose Theatre, under the stage, day.
I dreamed last night of a shipwreck. You were cast ashore in a far country.
Not
They
yet.
embrace and kiss. In a moment, they're in a world of their own. Interior, the Rose Theatre, under the stage, day. The battle rages. Fennyman, alone now in the auditorium, continues to watch in trance. It's the greatest show he's ever seen. Henslowe yells.
We need that for the balcony scene! Oh, my poor Rose!
Fennyman comes over to him, grabs the script pages from his pocket, and consults them to confirm what he has now begun to suspect, that this scene is not in them.
My investment, Lambert! Vengeance!
Oh, I want no more trouble, Mr. Fennyman. As I explained to you, the theatre business.
Henslowe, you pound a tripe in my business, I would be out of business if I had your courage, so don't tell me about business!
Burbage, fighting a heroic last stand, is tipped backwards by Fennyman off the stage. A pause. Then Ned starts applauding, as do the others. Fennyman looks around, starting to beam as a din of encores and bravos engulf him. A star. Interior, brothel, night. Fennyman and the victorious army of actors bursts into the brothel. Fennyman at their head. He owns the brothel. The place is already crowded with whores and customers.
A famous victory, kegs and legs, open on the house. Oh, what a happy hour! And Proxypoil, you keep yourself to yourself. I'll not have you infecting my investment.
Is this a tavern?
It is also a tavern.
I remember you, the poet. Viola furiously pulls the pretty whore off Will's lap. One at a time, one at a time.
Oh, he's a pretty one. Tell me a story while I tickle you fancy.
It's out of ill repute.
It is, Thomas, but of good reputation. Come, there's no harm in a drink.
The first license to make the company of players.
Sir, not while I'm working.
Of the age. Their fame will be ours.
Never tried it?
Oh, no, we are
Never?
We are.
I think you're ready,
It
Sam.
will be a profession. Will Shakespeare?
You are welcome to my best house. Here's the Admiral's men.
The Admiral's men!
Admiral's men!
Yeah, yes.
Will toasts with her. He sees that she feels one of the company. A figure is running desperately through the streets. He comes into the square and runs toward the Rose. Exterior, brothel, night. Half the company are singing. Nall and a whore are tumbling stairs together. He is without his trousers. An awful lot of drink has gone down.
I quite liked it.
Master Kent, you have not dipped your wick.
My wick?
Mr. Fennyman, because you love the theatre, you must have a part in my play. I'm writing an apothecary, a small but vital role.
By heaven, I thank you. I will be your apothecary. I am to be in your play.
And what is this play about?
Well, there's this nurse.
Mr. Shakespeare is giving me the part of the apothecary.
The apothecary? Oh, Will, what is the story? Where's the shipwreck? How does the comedy end?
By God, I wish I knew.
By God, Will, if you do not, who does? Let us have pirate clouds and a happy ending, or we will send you back to Stratford with your wife.
The entire company laughs, except Viola and Will. She ducks away from him and blunders blindly out of the street door in tears. Viola passes Peter, who's coming in from the street, and enters the pub.
Will, Mr. Henslowe, gentlemen all, a black day for us all. There is news come up river from Deptford. Marlowe is dead. Stabbed to death in a tavern at Deptford.
God, what have I done?
He was the first man among us. A great light has gone out.
It was I who killed him. God forgive me. God forgive me.
He falls into a stagnant puddle, a deep gutter of water and garbage. He gets up and staggers on. He eventually makes his way to a church, drunkenly weeping for forgiveness to the Lord. Exterior, de Lesseps' house, day. A lovely sunny morning. The church bells are ringing. Viola rides side saddle on a beautiful horse and is followed, rather like Quixote by Sancho, by the nurse on a less impressive animal. Riding in the opposite direction is Wessex. And what a happy day it is. A man who has heard wonderful news.
You look sad, my lady. Let me take you riding.
It is not my riding day, my lord.
Bless me, I thought it was a horse.
I am going to church.
I understand, of course, it is to be expected.
It is to be expected on a Sunday.
And on a day of mourning. I never met the fellow but once at your house.
Oh, he's in your chair. Who is dead, my lord?
Oh, dear God, I did not think it would be me to tell you. A great loss to playwriting and to dancing.
Oh, no, Bruno. Oh, no. He is dead?
Killed last night in a tavern. Come, and we'll say a prayer for his soul.
My lady, now is the time to show your breeding.
What do you do?
Interior, church, day. The nurse is holding Viola up as they enter the church. Viola seems catatonic. The nurse lowers her onto a seat and sits down next to her. Wessex, who is sitting in the next pew, looks about him with interest. He hasn't been in a church for years. What he sees turns him into jelly. He sees the bedraggled, ravaged, spectral looking, because he's backed by light, Will Shakespeare. Wessex gasps and sweats and sees Will raise a quivering accusatory finger at him.
Oh, spare me, dear ghost, spare me for the love of Christ.
And Viola sees Will. She is still paralyzed and seems at first unable to take him in. She watches with detachment as Wessex starts to back out of the church, finally running in terror.
Spare me!
Will! Oh, my love, I thought you were dead!
It is worse. I have killed a man. Marlowe's touch was in my Titus Andronicus, and my Henry VI was a house built on his foundations.
You never spoke so well of him.
He was not dead before. I would exchange all my plays to come for all of his that will never come.
You lie.
My love is no lie. I have a wife, yes, and I cannot marry the daughter of Sir Robert de Lesseps. It needed no wife to come from Stratford to tell you that, and yet you let me come to your bed.
Cough, love. I loved the writer and gave up the prize for a sonnet.
I was the more deceived.
Yes, you were deceived. For I never loved you. I never knew how much I loved you till now.
Now?
I love you, Will. Beyond poetry.
Oh, my love. You ran from me before.
When I thought you dead, I did not care about all the plays that would never come. Only that I would never see your face. I saw our end, and it will come.
You cannot marry Wessex.
If not you, why not Wessex? If not Wessex, the Queen will know the cause, and there will be no more Will Shakespeare.
No. No.
But I will go to Wessex as a widow from these vows, as solemn as they are unsanctified.
And as their desperate kisses turn into lovemaking, we cut to interior, the Rose Theatre, stage auditorium, day. Will is mid-speech to the entire company.
For killing Juliet's kinsman Tybalt, the one who killed Romeo and who killed Romeo's friend Mercutio, Romeo is banished. But the friar who married Romeo and Juliet...
Is that me, Will?
You, Edward. The friar who married them gives Juliet a potion to drink. It is a secret potion. It makes her seeming dead. She is placed in the tomb of the Capulets. And she will awake to life and love when Romeo comes to her side again. But I have not said all. By malign fate, the message goes astray, which would tell Romeo of the friar's plan. He hears only that Juliet is dead, and thus he goes to the apothecary.
That's me.
And buys a deadly poison. He enters the tomb to say farewell to Juliet, who lies there, cold as death. He drinks the poison. He dies by her side. And then she wakes and sees him dead. And so Juliet takes his dagger and kills herself.
Shit, no. I'm gonna need one at the end, yeah.
Well, that will have them rolling in the aisles.
I do need one. Do you have anything? Yeah.
Sad and wonderful. I have a blue cap, which will do well. I have an apothecary with a cap, just so. I've seen one, you know. I've seen it.
Yes, it will serve. But there's a scene missing between marriage and death.
Interior, de Lesseps' house, Viola's bedroom, evening. Will has a present for Viola, a neatly written manuscript of his play on sheets folded to octavo size.
Play, all written out for you. I had the clerk at Bridewell do it. He has a good fist for lettering. There's a new scene.
Will you read it for me?
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it. Aye, it is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer.
Interior, the Rose Theatre, backstage, day. But the scene is continuing with Viola dressed as Thomas. Somewhere behind and up above the stage, in a deserted corner among rigging, bits of scenery, etc., they speak the lines, and we hardly know ourselves whether it is rehearsal or lovemaking. But after a few moments, it is definitely lovemaking. Their clothes start coming away, their words interrupted by kisses, and into this heaving composition comes a little white mouse, unseen by them, climbing through a knothole in the planking behind Viola's head. An adjacent knothole reveals a human eye, and we do not need to be told it is John Webster's. Webster takes his eye away from the peephole and frowns, thinking it out. Later, back in an alleyway, Tilney puts a coin in Webster's hand.
You'll go far, I fear. I hope we will work together again.
Exterior, the Rose Theatre, day. Fenneman rehearsing the important role of the apothecary, for which he has a special voice.
Such mortal drugs I have but meant to word. Law is death to any he that utters them. Then we put this in any liquid form and any liquid thing you will, and something such mortal drugs I have. What is it? What is it?
He is so wrapped up in all this that he simply does not notice when Wessex rides up to the main entrance, dismounts, and walks inside. On stage, the rehearsal continues. Wessex strides in. Among the audience are Henslowe, a few actors, and John Webster, who sees Wessex and jumps up and goes to him.
My lord.
Shakespeare! You upstart inky pup! Now I will show you your place, which is in hell.
You are on my ground.
By God, I'll fight the lot of you.
I am more than enough.
Wessex slashes at will, and the two fight, and it becomes a parody of the Hamlet duel. Wessex unbuttoned sword falls to the ground. Will puts his foot on it, tosses Wessex his own safe sword, picks up Wessex's sword, and continues the fight until he has Wessex at his mercy with a passionate rage in his eyes.
Absent friends! This is the murderer of Kit Marlowe.
Will, wait.
I rejoiced at his death because I thought it was yours. That is all I know of Marlowe.
It's true. Will, it was a tavern brawl. Marlowe attacked and got his own knife in the eye. A quarrel about the bill.
The bill? Oh, vanity, vanity.
Not the billing, the bill.
God, I'm free of it.
Wessex gets to his feet. He enters the auditorium from the public entrance.
Close it.
My Lord Wessex.
Close it! Take it down stone by stone. I want it ploughed into the ground and sown with quick lime.
Mr. Tildy, what is this?
Sedition and indecency.
What?
The Master of Revels, sir. Over there, sir.
Where, boy?
I saw boobies.
Yeah. A woman on the stage. A woman!
I swear it.
So, Henslowe, I say this theatre is closed. On the authority of the powers invested in my court, I close this theatre.
Why so?
For lewdness and shameful-facedness, for displaying a female in public stage.
Tilney jumps on the stage and seizes Sam Goss and pulls up his skirt, ignoring Sam's rather yell of protest, and pulls down Sam's drawers. Webster throws one of his mice onto Romeo's hair. She reacts, and her hat falls off.
Not him,
He's a woman.
That's who I mean. This theatre is closed. Notice will be posted.
Ned, I swear I knew nothing of this.
Nobody knew.
He did. I saw him kissing her boobies.
Closed. 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 Mark you, Henslowe.
It's over.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Henslowe. I wanted to be an actor. I am sorry, Will.
Will shakes his head. Viola walks away, leaving by the public entrance. They all let her go, watching her silently as she passes Wabash.
You wonderful.
Thank you.
Bennyman enters, still bent over his sheet of paper, mumbling his precious lines, and he finds, to his surprise, the whole company is standing about in attitudes of despair or worse.
Everything all right?
Exterior, the Rose Theatre, evening. The closure notice is nailed to the door. Interior, de Lesseps, Viola's bedroom, night. Viola, in her nightdress, is reading by candlelight. She is reading her private manuscript of Romeo and Juliet and rereading. Next to her is a tray of covered dishes. The nurse enters and looks at her sympathetically. She lifts the tray and sees that Viola has eaten nothing. Interior, tavern, day. They are all there. The Admiral's men, including Will and Henslowe, drowning their sorrows.
I would have been good. I would have been great.
Oh, would I? We both would.
Burbage enters. Behind him enter a solid wedge of the Chamberlain's men, sober-faced, several with black eyes and bandages round their heads.
Lambert! Kill him!
Lambert reaches up to the wall over the bar and takes down a battle axe. But Burbage has a flintlock pistol stuck into his sash, which he proceeds to shoot Lambert in the hand with. Burbage puts the pistol back into his sash as Ned Allen staggers to his feet. He faces Burbage.
Well, Burbage, you never did know when your scene was over.
Oh, that can wait. The master of the revels despises us for vagrants, tinkers, and peddlers of bombast. But my father, James Burbage, had the first license to make a company of players from Her Majesty, and he drew from The poets are the literature of the age. Their fame will be our fame. So let them all know we are men of parts. We are a brotherhood, and we will be a profession. Will Shakespeare has a play. I have a theatre. The curtain is yours.
Exterior. The Curtain Theatre. Day. A strong wind is blowing through the trees. A boy with a paste pot and a bundle of flyers is having trouble pasting a flyer on the wall of the building. A gust of wind scatters the bundle and sends a couple of dozen flyers flying into the sky, and we can see one of them. It says, "By permission of Mr. Burbage, a Hugh Fennyman production of Mr. Henslowe's presentation of The Admiral's Men in performance of the excellent and lamentable tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, with Mr. Fennyman as the apothecary." Will comes out of the theater and passes the poster.
Will be needing a Romeo.
Will carries on walking. Exterior, streets, day. Will is pushing through the crowds on his way to the river. Interior, de Lesseps' house. Viola's bedroom, day. The nurse is helping Viola to dress in a wedding dress. The nurse is in tears. Viola submits to the task impassively. Exterior, the river, day. Will is climbing down the ladder to the waiting boats. Interior, de Lesseps' house, hall, day. Wessex, dressed to be a bridegroom, is concluding his negotiations with de Lesseps, while Lady de Lesseps weeps. De Lesseps is signing papers. There is a money chest, too.
My ship is moored at Bankside, bound for Virginia on the afternoon tide. Please do not weep, Lady de Lesseps. You are gaining a colony.
And you are gaining 5,000 pounds, my lord. These drafts in my hand.
Would you oblige me with 50 or so in gold, just to settle my accounts at the dockside? Ah, look, she comes.
Viola has appeared at the top of the stairs with the nurse.
Good morning, my lord. I see you are open for business, so let's to church.
Exterior, church door, day. The bells announce the completion of the marriage as Wessex and the new Lady Wessex leave the church. A flyer from the curtain slaps against Wessex's face. He claws at it and tries to throw it away. Viola takes it up and reads it and passes it to the nurse. She climbs aboard and Wessex makes to follow her.
My lord, be good to her, my lord.
I will.
God bless you.
Thank you. Let go. There's a good nurse. The tide will not wait. Farewell.
He looks around, but Viola has fled. Exterior, the Curtain Theatre, day. Hundreds of people are converging on the theatre. Among them is the Puritan Makepeace, vainly exhorting the crowd to run away from sin.
Licentiousness is made a show, vice is made a show, vanity and pride likewise made a show. This is the very business of show.
Interior, the Curtain Theatre, backstage, day. The Admiral's men are all in costume and are in a buzz of nervous excitement. Fennyman, in his apothecary's cap, is agonizing over his lines. Wabash is stuttering over
Amazing.
Alone in his dejection in the midst of all this is Will, dressed for Romeo. Fennyman approaches him, apothecary's cap in hand.
Is this all right?
Will nods, miserable. Sam has found a private corner. He is gargling into a basin. He looks worried and furtive. Interior, the Curtain Theater auditorium. Day, the audience is gathering. Interior, the Curtain Theater auditorium. Day. The auditorium is now packed. Among them, sheepish, is Makepeace. Interior, the Curtain Theater, backstage. Day. Everything is ready. Ned signals the musicians. Trumpets and drums sound. The house falls silent. Interior, the Curtain Theater, the wings. Day. Wabash seems to be important at the beginning. We've never been told what part he plays. He is still muttering lines and stuttering them.
Households, both alike in dignity.
Oh, we are lost.
No! It will turn out well.
How will it?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Interior, the Curtain Theater, stage. Day. The audience waits expectantly.
Two household, both alike in dignity, fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife.
Interior, the Curtain Theater, backstage. Day.
Wonderful.
Was it good?
Gregory, on my word, will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
Master Shakespeare.
Luck be with you, Sam. Sam?
It is not my fault, Master Shakespeare. I could do it yesterday.
Sam, do me a speech. Do me a line.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
What do you think, Henslowe?
Another little problem.
What do we do now?
Well, the show must,
Go on.
Well, Juliet does not come on for 20 pages. It will be all right.
How will it?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
And he makes his way towards the front of the house. Meanwhile, furious Wessex is hurrying along the road to the theater. We see Viola and the nurse are arriving and looking for a seat in the gallery. Burbage and his men are standing at the back, behind the people seated in the gallery. The first scene of the play is continuing.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Can we talk, Burbage? We have no Juliet.
No Juliet?
No Juliet.
Oh, it will be all right, madam.
What happened to Sam?
Who are you?
Thomas Kent.
Do you know it?
Every word.
Henslowe and Burbage look at each other. Cut to
Now, nurse? Nurse?
Nurse, where's
my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenheaded 12-year-old I'd better come. What lamb, what ladybird. God forbid, where's this girl?
The author and star, Will Shakespeare, has his back to the stage, his hands over his ears. He is cowering in dread anticipation.
What, Juliet?
As Sam's about to enter, Henslowe's hand yanks him by the collar, and Viola overtakes him and steps on stage. Enter Juliet. Viola is not wearing and has been hidden from us by her cloak.
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
There's a collective gasp. Nobody has ever seen a boy player like this. Will turns around at Viola's voice. Wessex has just arrived in the auditorium and jumps as if he has been shot. He seems about to intervene, but looking around at the rapt faces, he realizes he cannot.
We will all be put in the click.
See you in jail.
Later, swordplay, an amazing performance that holds the audience spellbound. Tybalt kills Mercutio.
I am hurt.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
Ask for me tomorrow. You shall find me a grave man. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arms.
In semi-rural view toward the city of London, there can be discerned a gaggle of approaching men. As they come closer, we see that they are a company of piked men marching toward the theater, led by the master of the revels, Tilney. Thunder rolls. Figures are running across the stage in the panic that follows Tybalt's death.
Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens are up and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed. The prince will doom thee death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone.
I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Backstage, Will has just killed Tybalt. He is still breathless from fighting. He stands face to face with Viola.
I am fortune's fool. You're married? If you be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
There is silence from both of them. We cannot tell whether this is the play or their life. The audience and the rest of the world might as well not exist. Will turns from her and begins to descend from the balcony.
Art thou gone so? Love, lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell.
Oh, think'st thou we shall ever meet again? Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low, as one dead at the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Now the friar is giving Juliet his potion.
No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest, and in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep.
It's Fennyman's moment. The apothecary and Romeo.
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Here is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison.
Such mortal things I have, but Mauritius' law is death to any he that utters them. My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
We see Tilney on the march. His hand grips a copy of the curtain flyer. Back at the theater, Juliet lies dead. She lies on top of her tomb, lying in stage, her best dress, her hair done, her hands in prayer at her breast, her eyes closed. Romeo has found her like this.
Eyes look your last. Arms take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss. A dateless bargain to engross in death. Oh, come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. O desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks, thy seaside weary bark.
Burbage and Rosalind are watching. Kemp is watching. We see that in the audience are several of the whores we recognize from the brothel. They are weeping openly.
Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary. Oh.
I was good.
Oh, thy drugs are quick. Oh, us with a kiss. I die.
The nurse is weeping too. Juliet wakes up with a start.
Where's my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where's my Romeo? Dead! What's here? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end.
Juliet takes Romeo's dagger.
Oh, happy dagger! This is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die.
She stabs herself and dies. The inner curtain closes over the tomb as Wabash enters the play.
For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
The end. There is complete silence. The actors are worried, but then the audience goes mad with applause. It's a hit! Will, Viola, and the company come forward to meet the applause. Tilney and his men burst in. Tilney jumps up onto the stage where the admiral's men are taking their bows.
I arrest you in the name of Queen Elizabeth.
The audience goes quiet. Burbage jumps out onto the stage.
Arrest who, Mr. Tilney?
Everybody. The Admiral's men, the Chamberlain's men, and everyone you ne'er-do-wells who stand in contempt of authority vested in me by Her Majesty.
Contempt? You closed the rose. I have not opened it.
That woman is a woman.
The entire audience and the actors recoil and gasp. The nurse crosses herself.
What? A woman? You mean that goat?
I'll see you all in the clink, in the name of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
Mr. Tilney.
It is Queen Elizabeth herself, descending now, her hood and cloak thrown back. She is an awesome sight. A shaft of sunlight hits her.
Have a care with my name, you will wear it out. The Queen of England does not attend exhibitions of public lewdness, so something is out of joint. Come here, Master Kent. Let me look at you. Yes, the illusion is remarkable, and your error, Mr. Tilney, easily forgiven. But I know something of a woman in a man's profession, yes. By God, I do know about that. That is enough from you, Master Kent. If only Lord Wessex were here.
He is, ma'am.
Your Majesty.
There was a wager, I remember, as to whether a play can show the very truth and nature of love. I think you lost it today. You are an eager boy. Did you like the play?
I liked it when she stabbed herself, Your Majesty.
Master Shakespeare, next time you come to Greenwich, come as yourself and we will speak some more.
Will bows deeply. The Queen turns to leave. The waves part for her.
Your Majesty.
Why, Lord Wessex, lost your wife so soon?
Indeed, I am a bride short. How is this to end?
Viola has come out of the theatre amongst some of the other players. The Queen catches her eye.
As stories must when love's denied, with tears and a journey. Those whom God has joined in marriage, not even I can put asunder. Lord Wessex, as I foretold, has lost his wife in the playhouse. Go make your farewell and send her out. It's time to settle accounts. How much was the wager?
50 shillings. Pounds.
Give it to Master Kent. He will see it rightfully home. And tell Shakespeare something more cheerful next time for Twelfth Night.
Wessex gives his purse to Viola. The Queen proceeds toward her carriage. There is an enormous puddle between her and her carriage. The Queen hesitates for a fraction, and then marches through the puddle as cloaks descend upon it. She splashes her way into her carriage, which departs.
My Lady Wessex?
Viola nods, heartbroken too. For a long moment, they cannot say anything to each other. Then she holds up Wessex' purse.
A hired player no longer. £50 will for the poet of true love.
I'm done with theatre. The playhouse is for dreamers. Look where the dreamers brought us.
It was we ourselves did that. And for my life to come, I would not have it otherwise.
I have hurt you, and I'm sorry for it.
If my hurt is to be that you write no more, then I shall be the sorrier. The Queen commands a comedy, Will. The 12th night?
A comedy? What, will my hero be but the saddest wretch in the kingdom, sick with love?
It's a beginning. Let him be a duke. And your heroine?
Sold in marriage and halfway to America.
At sea, then. A voyage to a new world. She lands upon a vast and empty shore. She is brought to the Duke, Orsino.
Orsino. Good name.
But fearful of her virtue, she comes to him dressed as a boy.
And thus unable to declare her love.
but all ends well.
How does it?
I don't know. It's mystery.
You will never age for me, nor fade, nor die.
Nor you for me.
Goodbye, my love. 1,000 times goodbye.
Write me well.
She kisses him with finality, then turns and runs from him. Will watches as she goes. Interior, Will's room. Day. A blank page. A hand is writing. 12th night. We see Will sitting at his table.
My story starts at sea. A perilous voyage to an unknown land, a shipwreck. The wild waters roar and heave, the brave vessel is dashed to all pieces, and all the helpless souls within her drown. All save one. A lady whose soul is greater than the ocean, and her spirit stronger than the sea's embrace. Not for her watery end, but a new life, beginning on a stranger shore. It will be a love story, for she will be my heroine for all time, and her name will be Viola.
He looks down at the paper and writes Viola. And then, what country, friends, is this? And we see Viola walking away up the beach towards her brave new world. The end.
Woo! That was awesome.
Boo? Who just said boo? That was the inappropriate reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.